Hi, I'm Charlie.
And I'm Greta.
Welcome to our home. Let me say this is not a high-tech, custom-built house. It's a very ordinary house, just modified to give extraordinary comfort. Built cheaply by a volume builder in the 1990s, it was small, cold and power hungry. Initially, the living area faced south onto the street, with no view and no sun. By swapping the main bedroom with the living area, we now have a lovely view and warm sun to heat us during the day. As a starting point, of course, the ceiling, walls and floor have been well insulated and the whole house draft-proofed.
Here you will see we have extended the living area where the black tiles are. These black tiles play a crucial role in keeping our house comfortable. They sit on a suspended concrete slab which is very well insulated. What this means is that the winter sun warms up the tiles and slab. Often the slab will reach a temperature of 25 degrees top to bottom. I know this because we have installed a wireless thermometer on the underside of the slab. This is free heat that carries through after the sun goes down.
Windows in any house are a big heat loser. Therefore, in our house, when we extended the living area, we installed a thermally broken double glazing with cellular blinds, then with double curtains over the blinds. Wasted money, you may think? Well, I think our lack of energy bills would disprove that. The photo on the left shows a couple of energy monitors we've installed. These show us the energy coming in from the sun versus energy being used. They are not crucial, but are handy and interesting.
By careful orientation, white eaves on the east and west sides, the sun does not enter the house during the hot summer days. There is a pull-down awning to control the reflected radiant heat during the summer.
Obviously, this is not the only improvement we've made. We do not pretend this house needs no heating, it still does. After all, this is Canberra. Initially, it had a gas ducted heating which struggled to keep up. Now it has just the one split system air conditioner which has no trouble keeping us warm or cool. The existing evaporative cooling worked well except on humid days. However, the split system does at least as good a job, doesn't care about the humidity and costs no more to run.
Coming outside now, you can see we have started a pool to pond conversion. The pool was a big user of power, whether we used it or not. There were so many days in Canberra it could not be used. It was either too cold, too hot, too windy, too smoky, etc. So no real loss and we get to enjoy the pond all year round. The pool to pond conversion process has only been underway for about 18 months, but already it gives us a lot of pleasure watching the fish and admiring the water lilies flower. This coming summer we are looking forward to spending time under the shade created by the vines.
People ask, doesn't the water go green? Well, initially it did, but we installed an ultraviolet filter which killed off the algae in a couple of weeks. Since then, we may, at most, run the pump a few hours every few months, and I do say months, to keep it under control. Obviously, it still retains a greenish tinge to it, the same way the sea has a greenish tinge. It really hasn't been a problem. On the contrary, the water is a little too clear, allowing us to see the dirt on the bottom. Still, it is a pond, so that's what you'd expect. By the way, you may notice the filter cartridges not in the filter housing. We don't need these anymore. More time and water saved not having to clean them.
All the planter boxes you see are wicking beds, all made from recycled materials. There are 16 baths and saunas from the recycle shop encased in old fence palings.
While we're outside, you'll notice the hot water system. Originally gas and still working when it was disconnected, I changed over to heat pump hot water. Now, why did I remove a perfectly good hot water system while it was still working? Well, by upgrading to a hot water system before it broke down, it saved a last minute panic buy. This was a great move as we've never run out of hot water and it's free to run off my solar panels. One other thing you'll notice is a small green water tank near the hot water system. This tank gathers the water from the washing machine and uses a small pump to distribute the water onto the flower beds. Even for only 2 people living here, that amounts to easily 10,000 litres per year redistributed onto the garden.
Back inside the house again, we wanted to show you a couple of other water saving features. One is this toilet. You'll see the integrated hand basin on top. When the toilet is flushed, the water flows here first for hand washing, then into the toilet cistern for the next flush. And no, the soap does not cause any problems to the cistern or the toilet. The other feature is our water saving in the showers. Definitely low tech. Big buckets. These are emptied onto the garden each day during hot, dry weather.
Part of having a sustainable house is reuse of materials where possible. Here you can see the chicken nesting boxes have been made from discarded dog kennels. The chickens seem to like them. Also, the path shown has been partly made from old timber sleepers, which had a previous life as garden engine, and previous to that they supported trains. 3 times lucky. Now, living in a sustainable house comes at a cost. That cost is a little bit of forethought. Things like letting the sun warm the tiles by opening the curtains and blinds, but closing them again when the sun goes down. Or perhaps turning on the dishwasher when the sun is bright, so that it is solar powered. However, there's a payoff. No energy bills. Sharing the produce of the garden, and enjoying the pond instead of being a slave to the pool. Thank you.